Okay, welcome back to the final episode of the Supermodel Survivor Machete SM81 Pipistrello build. Okay, this is the completed model, and a few things that I've done for it was to put the decals on and finish up a few things such as the turrets, some weathering, and put all the missing detail on. The decals proved to be a bit of a problem. This left wing decal that you're currently looking at did not go on correctly originally, so I was forced to remove it and paint the white centers for all the Italian markings, top and bottom. Masked them off and painted that white, and had to make a series of homemade decals to replace the ones in the kit that didn't work properly. So I think there's about two of these decals on the top surface were not made, didn't work properly, so I used the homemade decals using clear decal sheet and my inkjet printer. Some further problems I had was the side numbers. Uh, when I went to remove them off the decal sheet, shattered, so I was forced to replace them as well. I tried using Micro's liquid decal to help them out, but some worked, some didn't work. So the ones that worked were those two tile markings, so the moon inside the blue circle and that crest shaped one there, and the one on the nose, on both sides of the nose. Those are the only ones that went on properly with any problems using the clear decal. Although I scanned the entire decal sheeting that I had left originally and reproduced the entire decals, but most of them had to be replaced except for those ones. The tile markings there, the crest in the middle is from the kit. The white I had to actually mask and airbrush again. So I really had some fun with these decals. Okay. The decals were set in place using Microsol and Microset, and they adhere quite well to the finished surface. So those went on quite well. The turrets were masked and airbrushed all in one night. The guns were painted basically Gunzy 28. No weathering has been done to it, and if you can see the detail there a bit, there's a little notch on the guns that is part of the kit. There's not actually a flaw. I did not detail any of the turrets because you can't see much in there anyhow. And from what I could tell, I actually found schematics of the aircraft, and it appears that there wasn't much in there besides the guns anyhow. Okay, the doors there, I actually ran some sprue around the edges to define the doors, and oops, show that around a bit further, and there as well. So all the doors have been done. These waist guns here, if you can see them clearly enough, painted and super glued in place, and the pitot tube on the left hand side has got the same treatment done to it. Weathering wise, I'll just flip this over and show you the weather in the back. I'm not coming through too well on the camera, but on the still photos that I've taken, they show up quite well. Basically that's raw Umbra oil paint, thinned down with thinners and just washed on, and that's use a lot of the basic detail, or sorry, weathering down the bottom. Those streaks that you can see are done with Tamiya weathering kit. So that's mud, dirt, soot and oil is what the ones I used. I tried to weather up. You can't see it too clearly because of my lighting. I'll see if this will work. It is there. There's a ring inside the cowling there, you can see. That was basically painted Humbrol matte rust. Then I hit it heavily with the weathering powders again to get that look. The propellers are basically Humbrol silver, and with a coat of flat varnish over top of them to flatten them down a bit. I tried hitting a pencil out with that silver pencil, but it didn't show up too well. Okay, the last final part, the windows that you can see there, they were filled with micro crystal clear, and they've come up quite nicely on that. So that's it. This is the and the sprue. You can see the little wires here. Oh, that was fun. You can ask the family. I was cursing and swearing like a trooper. Putting these on, this top one here that you can see here, I actually had to do that about 2 or 3 times. It's stretched sprue from another kit. I super glued them in place. That top one, I took a match that I lit and blew out to try and tighten it, and I let it sit too closely on the top one, and it burnt through and broke it, so I had to redo it again. So bit of frustration, and I was doing this on the final night of the SMA online competition, so around about 10 o'clock June 30 I was doing this, and I was getting really pissed off. That's about it. The landing gear has been painted up. That was masked off and painted up. That was fun. The torpedo that you're seeing there is a Gunze 18, I think I made this time. And the front part was originally painted in a grey colour, but I've hit it up later on, dry brushed it with a bit of Tamiya enamel yellowish green. If I just get the number out, it's XF4 yellow green. There you go, it is yellow green. So I just dry brushed that on to make it look different. I was trying to find pictures on the internet of what the Axis torpedoes look like, and I couldn't really find anything reliable, so I just went with that colour. So there we go, that's the Savaya Macheta SM81 Pipistrello built. There's definitely a lot more work that anyone could do to this kit. Okay, most of you remember the work that I did internal to the kit. You can't see anything, well, not with the camera anyhow, so there's not much seen out of the work I did internally, so I'm not too happy there. Actually, let's spin this around. This might be able to look down the cockpit a bit. Did see the cockpit originally once. Oh, there it is. So there we go. We can see the chairs for the pilot and co-pilot. So that's about all you're going to see out of all that work I put in the cockpit. So she's done. It looks quite good. It looks a lot better than I envisaged. So not bad output from a poor quality kit. I recommend anyone build this one. Might be medium to experienced modelers build this one, considering the lack of detail. If you intermediate modelers want to have a crack at it, go for it. It does look nasty when you get out of the kit, out of the box. So if you want to build it, try and put some effort into it to improve it. Okay, thanks for watching this series, and I'll catch you on the next